have one room? Thank you. It doesn't help my mental health when there's chaos up there. So people have asked, why have a mental health day? Like, why is it important I mean, this is about art, this is performance arts. Why are we involving mental health? And it's for several reasons. People have used art as a form of expression, to get better, to feel better, to heal from challenges and from trauma and from a lot of things. But has anyone ever asked, artists take care of so many people through their art. But has anyone ever asked, who gets to take care of the artist? It's like a comedian who stands on stage and makes everybody happy. And, they tell jokes, they do all sorts of interesting things, and you laugh and you feel good. And if you were depressed before you came to the venue, you go home feeling lighter. But have you ever wondered, that person who made you laugh so hard, what happens to them when they go home? Who takes care of the artist? Who? Who takes care of the artist? So I've been here for the last couple of days, right? Actually, from Thursday. We had our opening night in town, and then I was here on Friday night, Saturday, yesterday. And, it's been fun. We shouted, we made noise, we danced, we played music. Am I okay, though? Do you ever wonder, is she really as happy as she seems to be on the mic? Do you know? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. You don't know. But you see, we are here tonight. We're not just performing for you. We're doing this together, okay? Today we had a panel, we've had workshops, we've talked, we've, communicated our thoughts, our feelings, we've shared, we've told each other stories, we have embraced, we have laughed, we have cried. And the performances you're going to see on this stage tonight will reflect a whole lot of the issues that some of us deal with, from issues of insecurity about the way we look, to issues of our minds and what we think about ourselves and what other people think about us, to some of the inner battles that we fight day in and day out. All of those issues will be communicated through some of the performances you're going to see tonight. So I'm going to ask you to pay attention. Don't get carried away. If you're thinking that, it's not a full, some things are not meant for a crowd. Do you understand? So relax, let your mind be open, and take in these performances and see it as a form of expression and communication and an avenue to open dialogue. Because some of these performances you're going to see on the stage tonight will provoke a conversation, will make you question yourself, will make you talk to your fellow artists, to your friends, to your family, to one another. So, as we're about to begin, let me introduce a beautiful young lady that I just met officially a few days ago. And I'm seeing her again for the first time on stage tonight. And she has a beautiful piece to present to you. Put your hands together and welcome Nike.
to hold my breath. Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand, will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me, for me. Never enough, never enough, never enough for me, for me, for me. All the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me, for me. Never enough, never enough, never enough for me, for me, for me.
Wow, isn't that amazing? I think you can do better. I think you can do better. Nike! See, I have been coming here for some time now and seeing artists and just experiencing talent, hope. There's something about Rwanda's young people. You are so talented. Like, it is incredible. Every time you see young people in Mashirika, you see young people come on stage, young people from Agahozo, young people from, Rwanda Rocks. They are just so beautifully talented. Young lady, you're amazing. Thank you for that beautiful piece. Thank you, thank you. We want to see more and more of you. Thank you so much. We have our next performance. It's going to be pretty quick tonight, okay? Because it's a Monday, it's a work week, and we understand that, okay? So our next performance is called Numbers, and they are just ready for you. So let's get seated.
Mic, 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 mic. Huh?
Yeah. And I told him. Uh, this level of incompetence is just annoying. Things are not working, systems are not, it's annoying, it's annoying. Yeah, I told the mechanic that I want my car. And then he's just giving me excuses. It's annoying, I told them. Ebu, wait kidogo. Yeah, he's calling. Hello? Yeah, this is him.
Excuse me, sir. Can I talk to you?
What do you mean 3
It's an
days?
emergency, sir. I need to talk to you right now.
What do you mean 3 days? Where?
Excuse me, sir. Can I just
Wait. Madam, do you mind? I'm on a call, eh?
Yes, I know, but it's an emergency. I need to talk to you right now.
I said wait. Look here. I cannot wait, eh? Now, I want my car today. Last time I was there, you told me 3 days. That was 3 days ago when you told me to come for the car 3 days ago. Am I waiting for Christ? Now, look. I want my car today. I am just getting late for meetings. It is annoying. Now, I want my car. Sawa. Do you know who my brother is, by the way?
Sir.
He's a lawyer. So if I come there, you're going to have a lawsuit. Sawa? Bana, do your job, bana.
Sir, I've been calling your office for 3 days and you haven't been picking my calls. Can you help me?
I'm aware. But madam, I already told you, you do not have a case. Now, as you can see by my drip, I am ready for the weekend. I do not work on in the afternoon. Now, get out.
No, my husband is going to kill me and my son. Please, you have to do something. You need to help me, please.
Madam, you need go home, cook a nice dinner, be nice. I'm sure you'll be fine. Okay? Yeah.
What do you mean cook a nice dinner? What do you think I've been doing? I've been cooking nice dinner. Then he beats me because he says I've been doing them wrong. You don't understand. Please. My son, he's only 9 years old. You need to help me.
Your son, the small one. I remember him, yeah. He's going to be fine. See, I talked to him.
No, he's not going to be fine. He's going to do something, but you have to do anything, something, please.
Like what?
Like have him arrested, please. Just do something, please.
Madam, it does not work like that. We just do not arrest people because you said so.
No, it's not because I said so. I've shown you my scars. You have his records. You know what he's capable of.
I do not know what he's capable of.
Yes, you do.
I do. Madam, you don't give up, do you? Okay, come. I'm going to tell you this. I'm not supposed to. I don't believe you. I think you're just a desperate young woman who's craving for attention, and frankly, it is pissing me off. Sour. And as I said, by my drip, I am going somewhere. I do not work in the afternoons, so madam, please get out.
No, I'm not going anywhere until you help me. I'm not.
Madam, if you feel so strongly about this, why don't you go to the police?
I already did, and they told me unless they find him in the act, there's nothing they can do.
Have you tried going to your parents?
My parents died 2 years ago.
Oh, and you don't have friends?
That's it. He doesn't even allow me to have friends.
What?
I'm just by myself. You can help me through the Protection Act. Yes. Please.
Hiya, Mayuba is here. Okay, so madam, unless you come to me with like real tangible evidence, I don't think I have much to do. So madam, Toka, Mayuba is here. I don't want to be late. Get out, madam.
I'm not going anywhere. You're my only hope. I'm going to stay here.
I am going to call security. Watakusalimia. Get out. Get out. Okay, fine. I'll call security. Okay.
Go to hell.
Yeah. You're telling me to go to hell in my own office? No, you go to hell. Yeah, do that. No, you go to, you guys. Hello? Yes, Uber. Niko hapa nakuja kidogo. Nakuja.
I got married when I was just 19. My husband then was 25. I was attending Kenyatta University along Thika Road, and he was a matatu driver along the Ngong Road route. One day, I boarded his matatu, and he asked me for my number. I remember he was so sweet, so loving, so charming. I just wanted to spend more time with him, you know? So I gave him my number. And after a year, we were married. And then he went ahead and asked me to drop out of university. He said,
Hey, babe, why are you looking for bread? I'll be your breadwinner.
and I did, you know, I would do anything for him. I really did love him. Our first years of marriage was everything a girl could dream of. He was so loving, so kind. He was a real gentleman. He treated me like a queen.
You see, my father was a real man. He raised a real man because he's a real man, you know. Okay, of course, he used to beat me up once in a while, but give me an example of a parent who does not beat up his kid. Give me, I'll wait. You see? Everyone, you have to touch your child once in a while, and that is what my father did. And I thank him for it, by the way, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be driving one of the best matatus in the 254, you know? We call them nganyas back home, eh? It's, what can I call it? It's a tough job, eh? It's a real hustle. Shit pay, terrible working hours, good music, constant harassment by cops, and ultimately very rude customers, you know, Kenyans. But you see, after being kicked by that city of Kanairo, as we call it, you go home to find my wife, who I suspect likes women, by the way. She starts disrespecting me. This one, ini aibu gani unaniletea wewe? Eh?
After my parents died, he started changing, shouting, abusing me, calling me all sorts of names. Umbwa, malaya. He came home drunk every day. I don't think even I ever saw him sober. Most of the time. He would just come home and accuse me of anything. He started accusing me of having an affair. This one time, he came home, made me undress so that he could smell me.
Let me tell you.
If I was smelling like another man.
Eh, that is disrespect. Imagine, after a long, hard day in the streets of Nairobi, I come home to find my wife smelling like another man. Madharau gani?
I don't know why I stayed. It's like I couldn't leave. He had this sort of hold on me, this charm. 1 minute, he made me feel like I was the only woman in the world, like I was everything to him, like he couldn't live without me. The next minute, he made me feel like I was so stupid, so useless, like he was doing me a favor by teaching me how to be a woman, and exactly the type of woman he wanted.
Yani, just because she has a child, so what? Let me have needs. I have needs. You know, ever since she got that child, she doesn't pay attention to me. Eh? Why can't she be more like my mother? You know, my mother, when we were growing up, she was always quiet. She never made noise. My father had peace, but my wife, this one, noisemaker, she can't shut up just because she has a child, so what? I have needs too, eh?
My son was just born. Little boy. I was breastfeeding him in our couch. Then he came home. And immediately he walked in the door. I knew he was drunk. I could smell it from his stench. And then he barged into the room, and immediately he saw me. He just shouted at me and said,
"Hey, you woman, look here. Eh? If I knew that you would be spending all your time with that child, I would have had you abort it. Now come to bed. Tuende.
I couldn't even believe he had said that. It's like I never even heard it. And before I could do anything, he slapped my child from my chest and onto the floor. And when I tried to pick him up, he grabbed me by my hair and dragged me all the way to the kitchen, shouting at me, and at the corner of my eye, I could just see my child bleeding and crying. I wanted to go to him, but I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. And within a second, he had my dress up, and he started raping me. But all I could think of, all I wanted was to hold my child, tell him everything was gonna be okay. Everything was gonna be okay. Everything was gonna be okay.
You see, this is my problem with this woman, eh? Because she exaggerates a lot. You see, I touched her. I just touched her. Eh? And this is why I say fear women. Because kwanza these Kenyan women, these ones, eh? Just making things as they go. Eh? Look, I know that I have issues, but who doesn't? Eh? Who doesn't? But you don't have to just tarnish my name just because you can. Sawa, I have rights too. And listen, listen, I have a side of a story. Sawa.
This night, he came home. He was so angry, angrier than usual, angrier, and I could just feel it in my bones. Something wrong was going to happen. He started shouting at my son, telling him he's going to beat him and he's going to kill him. I wanted to just do something. I was like distracting him, trying to calm him down, but he just told me.
Look, this is between men. Eh? I don't know why you are here. Now, get out. Let me talk to my son, man to man. Get out. And you see, immediately she left. That's when everything changed. Do you know why? Because immediately she left, the lights went off. And she was just next to the fuse box. Because I want you guys to explain to me like a toddler why. A normal Thursday afternoon where I'm teaching my son a little bit of discipline, touching him here and there, all of a sudden, the cops are at my door. Apparently, I had killed my son. Eh? What had happened? Wait! I know that I have a drinking problem and that I black out a lot. But this one I am innocent. What? This one I am innocent. And do you know why? This is the beauty of staying in prison for like 4 or 5 years before I escaped. Because I had time to sit with my thoughts. And I know exactly what she did. I know what you did. I'm innocent. You see, this is my problem. Because we only get to hear her side of the story, right? Yeah, you hear someone has been beaten up. You're like, what did the man do, right? Yeah, have you ever asked what provoked me? Huh? I know what happened.
I don't know, he must be at a friend's place.
Kwa hivyo mimi ni mwenda wazimu. Kuja hapa. Kuja hapa. Kwenda huko. Na nitaendelea kukuumiza. Ako wapi au kafala? Ako wapi? Sunijibu.
I don't know, I haven't seen him.
Mimi hautanikosa heshima kwa nyumba yangu. Umesikia? Hautanikosa heshima. Nikisema kuja hapa. Takataka. Haya, anza kuongea. Kwa sababu nikitafuta nyumba nikapate, wewe na yeye na umaliza. Umesikia? Anza kuongea, harakisha. Ongea.
He must be in the other room.
Nilijua. Malaya wewe, malaya.
Please don't hurt him, please. Please don't hurt him. He hasn't done anything.
Na hii kiti inakaaje? Mbona ni chafu? Hebu osha haraka. Na niko na njaa. I hope umepika. Harakisha. Harakisha.
Don't hurt
usishike.
him. Don't hurt him.
Kuja hapa mtoto, kuja hapa. Kanuku wewe. Nilikwambia ufanye ufyeke. Ndio, nilikwambia ufyeke alafu what happened? Eh? You're sorry. Eh? Hii kazi mimi nimechoka kila mtu kuniambia I'm sorry kwa hii nyumba. Uwezi tu fanya kazi nakwambia? Uwezi fanya? Nimba na wewe. Unalia nini? Wacha nikwambie. Sijaanza kupiga kwanza wewe. Sijaanza. Umesikia? Na unalia nini? Are you a girl? Wewe ni msichana? Simama tuongekaa wanaume. Wewe ni msichana? Simama. Harakisha wewe.
No, what are you doing? Stop. No, you can't do this anymore.
Wewe mwanamke wewe unafanya nini hapa?
No, leave him alone.
Nimekwambia toka hapa na unaongea.
Stop it.
Mwanamke nitakupiga wewe, panda upstairs. Panda upstairs.
No.
Panda upstairs kwenda huko.
You can't do this anymore.
Panda upstairs. Toka hapa. Wewe ni pathetic. Unajua hivyo? Wewe ni pathetic. Nonsense. Unajua nini? I wish ningeambia mama yako kwa bot when she had the chance. Kwa sababu mimi sielewi kama nilipata msichana ama ni kijana. Unasikia wewe? Unasikia? Yaani, wacha nikwambie, unataka kuniweka chini. Unataka kuniweka. Nyamaza wewe, nyamaza. Sasa unalia ni fault ya nani? Ni fault ya nani? Wacha nikwambie. Singekuwa na kuchapa kama haungekuwa unafanya ujinga yako. Umesikia? It's your fault. This is all your fault. Umesikia wewe? Simama sasa. Simama tuongee. Nyamaza. Utanyamaza? Good. Tasikiza hapa. Sikiza.
Thank you very much. This stage play called Numbers highlights the effects of gender-based violence on women and children. The play poses the question, why do women choose to stay and suffer at the hands of their abusers? How can we break the deeply etched societal influences on marriage and the pressure on women to keep staying in marriages even though their lives are threatened by abusive husbands or partners? Women from the statistics, men contribute to the statistics. Thank you very much, our Kenyan actors, Wambui Kibwe and Ted Mwene. The play has been adapted and directed by Esther Kamba, a Kenyan experimental theater director, and co-produced by Joseph Obey, a performance artist and theater producer. Please put your hands together again for that amazing piece. Coming up next, we have Faded, and that's an ensemble piece by a team of women. Faded is put together by women from Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, and the DRC. Choreographed by Lillian Maximilian, Faded is a dance theater work about identity. The work focuses primarily on the rising epidemic of skin bleaching, which contributes to colorism, shadism amongst women and youth in Africa.
you don't know what to do, you just
get into it.
It's a leap of faith.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, that's when you would be challenged by so many people from different countries, so many people, different personalities, a small team, handling those people, people wanting to go to rehearsals, others wanting to go to the hotel, people wanting different activities. It was really challenging at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Because I had never worked on a festival before. So that in itself, it was a challenge.
Yeah. I can imagine. I mean, you've had to deal with artists from all over the world, Africa, Europe, all over the country. Now, as a Rwandan artist and creative arts person, what are the major differences that you've noticed, and how have you been able to work with these differences to produce something good?
Right. People are different, first of all. Now, when it comes to artists, it's a different story. People are different.
Yeah.
Artists themselves are different people.
Yeah.
So, but of course, those differences make the beauty of everything.
This journey, for me, when they say that you connect things backwards, for me, this journey started back in 2000 when I first joined Mashirika. As a young 20-year-old, fresh out of secondary school, looking for something to do. Then my mom says, I know this lady called Hope Azeda. She has this theater company, Mashirika. Go talk to her, maybe,
Wow.
And art was not new to me because we had done a lot of it in school. So I'm like, okay, why not? And I was sold from that time.
Wow.
So over time, we had done so many projects. We'd gone to so many tours. There's lots that was happening. And the festival, while that was our first time to actually organize it, would have been our first time back then. I was like, bring on the challenge.
Wow.
What do you need me to do?
Amazing.
And we did it. So we didn't even think about, was it going to be 10 years, 5 years? We're like, we've done year 1, let's go to year 2.
So you were taking each year as it comes?
Basically, that's what we're doing.
Wow. Which leads me to another thing. It's not easy to put up any kind of event, whether it's a 1-day event or a 3-day event. Together, 3-day, 4-day, now it's 10 days. Over the years, consistently, you have worked with people who are, sometimes you have changing team members, but you have people who have been on the team from day 1 up until now. You have the same venue from day 1 up until now. I am very, very sure that there are things happening behind the scenes that most people don't know. So that's the story I want to hear. What's it like, really, to plan this? What do we not know? What do we not see? What are the challenges? What are the high points and the low points? Everything.
Wow. It takes you back to people management.
Okay.
And knowing your team, even knowing yourself.
Okay.
And what you're going to do in certain situations. So for me, personally, it was a growth. It was a journey. So yes, you're going to have, because remember, you're dealing now with people who, this is not a corporate setting. This is more of an artistic setting. And people who come from artistic settings tend to have a different way of doing things. So they'll be very focused when it's about creating a piece, thinking through a script. But outside of that, that structure won't come through. And yet to organize an event, you have to have the structured part of it.
Okay.
My background is in theatre for development. And in theatre for development, you are trained to always identify gaps in communities or gaps wherever you are. The moment you sit in a chair, you start looking for gaps. Like that, you're wired to be like a gap somebody, like a gap finder. You're into these gap things. And coming back to Rwanda and just looking for those gaps, I started asking myself, what is the meaning of art in my life? So for me, this whole journey has been a constant journey of asking myself, what is the meaning of art in my life, in her life, in their life, in the country's life, in the country's existence, or in our existence as a human race?
Yeah.
What is the meaning of art? Because we have seen in the past, art has been used to kill or make. So if I was, in this case, as hope, I'm here to make things and not to destroy them. Yes, so I came in this country, or I always embark on any journey asking myself, what is the point, what is the role of art in anything? You know, even if it's just marketing a product, what is the role of art? So being a gap finder, and in my way of doing art as a writer as well, I'm like a crab. I feel and then walk, feel and then walk. But that's also what Rwanda has taught me in engaging in people's stories, also engaging in the stories at the Kigali Genocide Memorial. You got to feel these stories first before you step into their skin. So all the time when you look at news or listen to conversations, they start driving you into looking at that gap. And it's that gap that calls for us to respond. But before you respond, you have to first understand and learn about that gap. Why is that gap there? What is lacking? What kind of conversation should we be having? So that's how the whole the Ubumuntu Arts Festival is curated. It's that conversation. Like if you look at maybe when the time we're talking about when walls come down, dash truth, there was a lot of migration to European countries. There was a lot of also invisible wars in us. There was also mental health starting to creep in our existence as humans. We had invisible wars. We are looking at also physical wars. You know, people are drowning in oceans and waters across the world to just look for green pastures. And what is the role of art in all this? So that's how the theme, when walls come down, when you're going to talk about walls.
So it's basically looking at what's going on in the world.
Exactly.
In human existence.
Exactly.
And then finding out art can translate that, you know, into pieces that we understand and we can relate with.
Exactly.
My skin I am clothed in, inheritance I am wearing, roots I am bearing, legends I am draped in. Beauty, a kind of beauty my ancestors knew was worth dying for. I embrace and think about how I easily camouflage with nature, and how she thanks me each day with a glow in the sun. joy, I am pride, I am a shining light inside. Melanin is what I am made in. Every element so elegant. The sun is in love with me, the wind caresses me. Age is never against me, and this is how I love me. I am one with the earth, and I'll allow it sing to me in winds of serenity. I'll let acceptance dance with me, for nature has adorned me with a crown so unique. My skin, I am stepping into my beauty, for nature has made me free. My melanin is one with the soils, the wind, the trees, the grass. I see my skin in stories of depth, truth, and bravery, unraveling and discovering roads not traveled before. So how can I not love me?
kusinga kutoninga kuglowinga ebizigo byakunca ulina bidda makula mugaba enkanyanya mbalabe black spots.
Stands before me while I look in the mirror, blinded and strangled by the definitions and standards of beauty built by society. My mind quietly tries to convince me, to tell me that I am not good enough, light enough, at least not yet. It voices in my head as I battle with myself. The urge to blend in, the urge to be accepted, pushes the pride of my identity to the back of my mind and shuts it out like it doesn't exist. Tried to resist, but the curiosity of what if I appeared different fuels me. And I convince myself that this is how I'll find my peace, that this is my missing piece.
Who do you see when you stare at the mirror? Is it you? A version of what society thinks you should be? Do you choose everything that identifies you? Does society and people around you make this choice? Are you or do you sometimes feel blinded and strangled by the definitions and standards of beauty that society has built? Does your mind quietly try to convince you? Does it tell you that you're not good enough? At least not yet. And as you battle with yourself, do you feel the urge to blend in? The urge to feel accepted? Have you tried to resist or given in? And at the back of your mind, do you have missing pieces in your life? Ancestors, family lineage, the new you perhaps. Who are you? What moves you? And are you at peace with it? What is your identity?
Who am I? A question whose answer I've found begging to be acknowledged. Engraved onto my backbone, I am whatever I want to be, whenever I want to be it. And my skin has the least to do with it.
Thank you so much. Lillian, Maximilian. This is an assembly of women from Uganda, Kenya,
Rwanda, Tanzania, and the DRC. We appreciate you. That was amazing. Addressing very deep issues of skin bleaching. The play is called Faded, and it is sponsored by the Australian Embassy in Kenya. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Lillian. Thank you so much. Give them a round of applause. That's a beautiful show right there. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more piece for you tonight, and it's called I Was Still Talking, and this is a play by Mashirika and Playwrights Playhouse. That's a collaboration between Rwanda and Uganda. The play explores the complexities of mental health in the workplace, challenging societal norms and advocating for empathy, compassion, and genuine human connection.
Eating. Now, yes.
My background is in theatre for development. And in theatre for development, you are trained to always identify gaps.
The college that I went to, a few years after I graduated, I think 2 years after I graduated, there was another student there from here, and she put out the call, and I had actually just worked on a play about Rwanda in New York, and I saw the email and I thought, I would love to go there, I would love to see it. And so I emailed, and the rest is history, I guess, yeah. I came and I really enjoyed working on it, and I kept coming. You know that feeling where you just vibe? Yeah. I think it's like that. I came here and I just really enjoyed it, and I met friends, and yeah, I had a good time working on the festival. I met so many interesting people from here and from around the world, and I had such a good time, yeah, interacting with people and designing for people and seeing their art. Yeah. And I think my favorite thing about lighting design is like seeing people's work and getting to like amplify the things that I love about it. Yeah. Yeah, so it was a really special opportunity for me. When you meet people from different places, people who have very different backgrounds than you, and you can still find things to relate to them about, I feel like that really helps you reach like the core of who we all are together. And yeah, so I think it's like the coming together of so many different people, and even people who come from a similar place, finding like the similarities between you, I think it, and the differences, and like being able to relate or express yourselves. I think that's really like the core of the humanity that this festival creates and highlights.
weakness. Weakness disgusts me, and I will not have it in my team.
Yes, sir. Please just give me one more chance. I'll prove that I'm capable of my job.
I've given you enough chances. And all you have done is to prove to me that you are not capable. You are a total liability. You should know that this is your last chance, your last warning. Shape up or ship out. If you are not able to manage the work here, you should know that there are other people out there who would like to take your job.
No, Fabrice. Sir, I will do my work. I promise. Just believe in me, sir, Fabrice, sir.
You should be happy that you have this job. Because many people with your condition, they would not even last here for 1 week.
So what do you mean condition?
Don't play dumb, my dear. We all know about your little problem.
Sir, I told you that in confidence. It's supposed to stay between us.
Pathetic.
Fabrice, we need to talk.
You need to get back to your work if you know what is good for you.
No, sir, please. You brought this suggestion box 6 months ago, and look at it, it's gathering dust. Are you not the one who said that we should speak our minds? So, if you really believe that this was a good idea, go ahead and pick something from the box.
Take it back.
You said that this is a safe space, that all workers should be able to speak their minds. Don't you think it's time to understand what's going on in our heads? Please, if you're not afraid...
Are you trying to threaten me?
This is not a threat, sir. It's a suggestion.
I do not fear. I am not afraid. You want us to be innovative at work, but you give us unattainable goals and keep us forever in fear, stress, and anxiety. I used to love working here, but now I don't know. Every day I come to avoid failure, not to work. I cause fear. Who? Me? Who wrote this?
Fabrice, please, instead of threatening us, why don't you take time to understand? Help us make achievable goals and support us where we need your help.
You are a lazy batch. Fabrice is a fabrication and a frustration. He only reached the top from bullying and demoralizing others. Boss my foot. Toxic. Why? Why would you say such mean things about me? Who is toxic?
Fabrice, please, we're just being honest. Maybe this is a chance to improve.
But I am good to you. I try to make you guys be the best that you can ever be. I am overworked and underpaid. At home, they wonder whether I work at all. You crocodile. Always in the face of others. Let us do what we are employed to do, and you also do your work. Crocodile? Really?
I don't know.
Fabrice, are you not going to read it? May I? Dear Fabrice, I know you may never read this. But even as you burn all the suggestions in this box, I am happy I have put my thoughts into paper. It hurt me that you used me. I thought it was real between us.
Stop it, stop it.
But you lied to me.
Stop there.
I would have been fine with you overworking, but why did you have to go that far?
I said stop, I get it.
This is a shared space where we celebrate the leader in you and not our boss. Let talent shine, not great mistakes or us. Be a leader and not our days. You make us better, you make us smile. Create a working space where we thrive in style. Be the reason we love our jobs. Best boss ever. Don't make us sad.
As we work so hard, we work because we love, not because we must. Create a working place where we come to heal with open hearts and please fill us true.
You make us better, you make us smile. Create a working space where we thrive in style. Be the reason we love our jobs. Best boss ever. Don't make us stop. Don't make us stop. Let me go mental in a healthy way when we create a peaceful space. Life is too short to be a creator of madness. Oh yeah, you make us better. You make us smile, create a world where we dive in style. Be the reason we love our job. Best boss ever. Don't make us shine.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was amazing. That was a beautiful collaboration between Playwrights Playhouse from Uganda and, of course, Mashirika Arts and Performing Arts and Media Company right here in Rwanda. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. How many of you have met a Fabrice? Or you've worked with one? Oh, are you a Fabrice? You better not be a Fabrice. So we're going to be here again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. and it's going to be another exciting time. And remember, we have the VR exhibitions. We have an arts and technology exhibition tomorrow. You can check out our Instagram page for details about that so you know where it is happening and you can be part of it. Thank you very much. Have a lovely evening, everyone. Good night.